everyone, welcome to my channel. So if you're new here, subscribe to this channel, like this video and hit the notification bell. By that you'll be informed whenever I get to post a video. So guys, you almost have seen the title of this video, so let's get into it. The number one reason why a woman shouldn't give a man fellatio when he acts or says is in a certain manner. So number one, when a man comes forward and demands for fellatio, you know even if he begs for it, say please tonight, no, you don't give in to that. You do not give in to that, because if you go right on your knees and you start doing it, he sees it, that will give him the right, to start demanding things. Next will be butt sex. Next will be butt sex. Next will be boob sex. He takes his penis and put it between you, and he does that. So you have to control, you have to control his being towards you sexually. You have to let him know, if he comes up and demands certain things, about you, you don't give in, because it's all about your dignity. It's all about your self-esteem in his eyes. Guys, there are so many men who are dating women, or married to women, and in their mindset about the women they're dating, they see them as whores, they see them as prostitutes, in fact cheap women, because whatever they demand of them sexually, they give them. They have no respect for these women, because they give them, whatever they demands of them sexually. So if he comes and he demands his fellatio, you say no. You say no to him. No to him. You give him the normal part which God normally, created for him, for him to have sex with, not your mouth. Because it's all about dignity. It's all about the way your man perceives you. If he sees you as this woman whom, you don't give him to whatever he asks for sexually in the bedroom, he'll start respecting you. He'll start seeing you, he'll start seeing you as in a certain light, as a woman of dignity, a woman of high decadence, But if you give in to whatever demand, like I said, he'll see you as a whore, as a cheap woman. So you want to be a woman of dignity in the eyes of your man. You want to be a woman of dignity in the eyes of your man. You don't want to be a whore. You don't want to give him whatever he asks for, because a wife gives fellatio at her free will, not at her husband's will. But a prostitute gives fellatio at the man's will. So there are so many women who are married. There are so many women who are dating men or engaged to men, and in the mindset of the men, they are prostitutes. And does a man value a prostitute? No. No man values a woman whom in his mindset he sees her as prostitute. That is why most of these relationships are abusive relationships, where men always beat them up. They have no respect for them, because they have no respect for themselves, because they give him to whatever the men want them to do in the bed. So guys, that is point number one. Point number two is, the way he treats you. How does your man treat you? Does he buy you gift? Does he buy you presents? Does he even remind you and celebrate your bed? Try to celebrate your birthday by just buying you gifts. Honey, I just wanted to surprise you. Here is, the latest Louis Vuitton handbag. Or does he just wake up one morning and look at how good you have been to him, how you've treated him right, you've been such a virtuous woman, and decides, oh, I'm gonna buy her, a car to celebrate her, to celebrate how she's been so wonderful. Guys, you all know that there are men who have been with women, for years upon years, and they rarely buy them gifts. That is life. That is life for some women. They've never experienced, a man buying them gifts. But fellatio can be their power button, which they can use to get whatever they want. Yes. Whatever they want. When he comes around you, he tries to get on you, tell you, oh, I'd like you to go down on me you said no. You said no. You tell him you are not gonna go down. He hasn't been buying you gifts, but if he buys you something, a gift or a present or something to celebrate how wonderful you are, you're going to start showing him, that you can go down on him. And when he buys you that, you celebrate him that way, in exchange for celebrating you by buying you gifts. This is your power button. You celebrate him that way, you go down on him. But he shouldn't buy you flowers. He comes when he brings flowers and you go down and you want to appreciate him from bringing flowers. Flowers is bullshit. You guys, you women, you know what you like. You like cars, handbags, in your hair, clothes, everything Louis Vuitton handbags, Louis Vuitton shoes, everything Louis Vuitton or Chanel. You all know. So that is how you get a man. And you shouldn't go around, giving immediately. If he buys you a handbag or he buys you a gift, you start going down on him, do it like for a week. No, you just go down on him once. If he demands, you say no. So that will, if he demands for it, you say no. So that will create in him in the mindset, because that, oh, the only way I can get this woman to go down on me if I buy her a gift, and if I keep on buying her presents and gifts. So in that way, for women who like goodies, you like when your man buys you this and that, these gifts, handbags, shoes, cars, everything. So that is how you do it. You go down on him, and yes, you appreciate him that way, and he will find it so valuable. Because if you do it commonly every time, he wouldn't see the value of it. It would just become common in his eyes. Guys, stones are common. No one values stones, but they are precious stones like gold. It is rare. So gold and diamonds are rare. So whatever, if you give someone gold, he appreciates it because it's something rare. It's something which not everyone has. But if you give it to him all the time, each time he buys you a present, you go like a month giving it to him like 10 times a month, it becomes common. He wouldn't value it anymore. He wouldn't think of, oh, if I buy a present this. But if you give it to him once, he's gonna value it, and he wants to buy you more presents. So guys, that is it. Let's move over to number 3. Number 3, when he's physically abusive or verbally abusive, you make sure you don't give him fellatio, because there are some women, who give a man fellatio, even when he beats them, even when he, verbally insults them, they give him fellatio. They just willfully all on their knees every night, every like 2 times or 3 times a week. They don't value those such men don't value you, because you don't value yourself. If a man puts a hand on you, or he abuses you verbally, you don't let him have it for, you hold on to it like for like a month or 2 or 3. You don't go down on your knees on him. You let him know, if he puts hand on you, that is the repercussion he's gonna get. You're not gonna go down on him, because men value sex a lot. If they know, if they get to understand that if they put hands on you, you are not gonna go down on them, and administer them fellatio, they are gonna treat you right. They'll stop putting hands on you, because they know if they dare do that, that will go like for a year. That will go like for a year without you going down on them. So guys, so that's number 3. If you give a man fellatio, if he puts his hand on you, he will have no respect for you. He beats you today in the morning, and at night you're on your knees sucking his dick. Or maybe after 3 days or 2 days you're on your knees sucking his dick. No. If he asks for it, say no. I'm not gonna let you touch me. I'm not even gonna go down. Yes, he will start valuing you. You start respecting you, because he knows very well. He values sex. He knows very well. If he puts his hand on you or say abusive, insulting thing towards you, you are not gonna go down and give him fellatio. So that is it. There are women whom, like I said, men sees them as women of low self-esteem. They take advantage of them. They beat them and they demand fellatio, and you just go right on your knees. It's time you better start stopping doing that. It's time you don't let him, see you as a non-entity in his eyes. It's time he sees you as as someone with someone with someone with a vessel, someone with respect. Sorry, guys, someone with respect. So if he puts hands on you and you say evil, abusive things, you don't go down on your knees. You don't even let him touch you. That should be your torture towards him for him saying stupid things towards you. That should be your power button. Sex should be a woman's power button to get a man, to conform to what they want them to conform to. So guys, that's number 3. Let's move on to number 4. Number 4, when he does not go down, go down on his knees and eat your vagina. Yes. So it should be a trade by barter thing. He shouldn't come and demand it, or for himself, that you should do fellatio on him if he isn't going down in between your leg, eating your vagina. So you make it, you make sure he should be the first. If he first does it to you, you do it to him. It's a trade by barter. It's 50-50. You give me and I give you back in return. But if he does not, he refuses that, he's not going to do it, because it's logical for a woman to do it to a man, not logical for a man to do it to a woman. Then you to refuse. You tell him it's logical for a man to do it to a woman, not logical for a woman to do it to a man. You to refuse. But if he goes down on you, good. You go down on him. You make it 50-50, so that he could feel reciprocated, by his action towards you, and you reply back with the same gesture of wonderfulness, and he'll be so happy. But there you have your respect, your self-esteem, in front of his eyes. He sees you as a wonderful woman, a great woman, not a cheap woman. But cheap women are gonna give him fellatio, even if he does not, even if he says he's not going to get down, in between your leg and lick your vagina. You're gonna give it to him. So that will make him see you as a cheap person, a cheap woman, a whore, and he will never value you. He will never respect you. He will never even buy you gifts. He will never treat you right, because he knows, whatever he does, asks you to do, you do it. So he has no respect for you. So you only give it to him when he gives you in return. You go down on your knees on him when he goes down on his knees on you. You make sure you all share 50-50 power when it comes, power control when it comes to that. So guys, number 5 is, wow. So guys, those are the 4 reasons why a woman shouldn't give a man fellatio if he acts a certain way. So you all have heard it. Let's do a recap again. The first is, if he demands for it, if he demands for fellatio, do not give it to him. The second is, if he treats you right. If he does not treat you right, don't give it to him. The third is, if he abuses you physically or verbally, do not give it to him. And the fourth is, when he does not go down on his knees, to eat your vagina up or to lick your vagina, you make sure you don't reciprocate that. You don't give him fellatio. He should do it to you first, then you give it to him. You reply the same gesture to him. So guys, those are the 4 reasons. I love you all, but no, Jesus Christ loves you more. So guys, yes, my English is bad, it's because I speak French, and yes, I'm a French speaker. I'm grappling with my English, and I'd love for you to comment down the comment section and tell me your thoughts, or what you think about my 4 reasons why a woman shouldn't give a man fellatio when he acts or does certain things, so within their relationship. So guys, stay blessed and stay safe. Bye bye.